Welcome back to Inside Out, where we're helping transform people soul, body, and image. If you're just joining us, this is our special Mothers episode, Mothers and Daughters. So we have joining us here today, Jenny and Lindy. Now, Lindy's a 12-year-old entrepreneur. She's done some amazing things, has a wonderful, supportive mother in Jenny. And we kind of got deep the other day on the phone. We talked about some issues. How many of you feel like you get those negative voices or those negative thoughts? You get those things in your head telling you aren't good enough. Now, do you guys ever struggle with that?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. So what are the biggest negative thoughts that you hear that kind of affect your confidence?
Sometimes when I'm doing my hair, I just think, like, my hair doesn't look good, you should take it out and redo it, or your clothes don't look good on you, you should change, or something like that.
Yeah, and how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel sad sometimes, or just like mad at myself a little bit.
Yeah. And how do you think that affects you, like when you go outside or when you talk to people? Does it affect your confidence at all?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. So it's interesting because Jenny was on a conference call that I did the other day, and we talked about our lives being kind of like a tree. And sometimes our behaviors or the things we feel, not feeling confident, they're like the fruits of the tree. But really we've got to get to the root of the issue. And oftentimes the roots have to deal with guilt and shame and also fear. So what was your biggest one when we did that call? What was the one that you identified that you feel the most?
Sometimes I feel like a bad mom.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been too harsh with my kids, or I'm not using my time in the way I should to love them.
So does that make you feel guilty?
Yeah, I feel a lot of guilt.
Yeah, I definitely. So I identified with you in that way, is that I feel guilt too. And what happens when we feel this guilt, when we feel shame, and when we feel fear, it really prevents us from fulfilling our full potential, because those are huge roadblocks in our life. So something I suggested on the call, and something that you said that you shared with Lindy, was to replace those three things, to pick three ways that you want to feel. So what are the three ways that you chose that you wanted to feel?
I chose confident, valued, and energized.
So confident, valued, and energized. And you know, it's so interesting because I always think of, like, I remember being younger and seeing a Tom and Jerry cartoon. Do you know who Tom and Jerry are? You've got Tom, he's the cat, and Jerry's the mouse, and Tom chases Jerry all around. And one day Tom's owner was leaving, and he said, "You just need to be a good cat." Well, as soon as the owner left, Tom has this shoulder angel and the shoulder devil pop up, and the angel's telling him, you know, "You're really good, you're amazing, you're confident, you're a great cat." And he has the shoulder devil telling him, "You aren't good, you can't do anything right, you may as well just go chase Jerry." Well, it's kind of like that in our lives. We have all those negative things, either through media or through friends, or just the thoughts that seem to pop into our head. Well, once we think about something, then we start to feel a certain way, and then that will reflect in our life. So it really is getting to the thoughts. So you've picked three ways that you want to feel. Do you want to know how to help yourself feel that way even more? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to teach you something called affirmations. So affirmations is when you say something out loud, and whether you believe it or not, after saying it so many times, it gets into your subconscious. Just like if you keep telling yourself you aren't good enough or you can't do something, then you'll start to believe it. If you tell yourself you are good enough and you can do something, then you're going to start to believe it. So what were your three things again?
Valued, confident, and energized.
So valued, confident, and energized. Okay, so I want you to stand up, because we always want to stand up when we say these things. So shoulders back, chin up. Okay, so I want you to say those three things, but I want you to say "I am," and then say them, okay?
Okay. I am valued, confident, and energized.
Awesome. Okay, one more time, and say even louder, and this time I want you to put your arms out.
Like this?
Nope, hands open, arms up. Okay, now say it.
I am valued, confident, and energized.
Awesome. Okay, go ahead and take a seat. Good job. Didn't you do great? How did you feel saying that?
I felt energized and confident.
That's amazing. And there's something called power poses too. There's three key components when you're picking how you want to feel and you're telling yourself how you want to feel. You want the words, so you picked how you wanted to feel, you want to say the words. You want to use the right tone, so say it like you mean it. And then you want to have good body language. And actually when you stand in these power poses, it releases a little bit of chemicals into your body that help boost your confidence. So you could feel that right as you were doing it. So if you're watching, I want you to think about what are your 3 things that are maybe negative in your life, and what are 3 things that you could replace them with. So pick your 3 positives. And Lindy, how did you pick your 3 positives? Were they just things you wanted to feel?
Yeah, they're just things I wanted to feel all the time.
Good. And I think we all know that down at the core. What were the 3 things that you picked, Jenny?
I picked energized because I'm always tired as a mom. I picked calm because I don't want to be a frazzled mom. And I picked, what else did I pick? Oh, loving, because I want to give more love all the time.
And have you noticed a difference since you've been doing this? Have both of you noticed a difference?
Yeah, and it's weird, but it really is working.
Well, great. Well, it really is. It's all scientific. It's all about getting into your subconscious and telling yourself who you want to be. So thank you so much, Jenny and Lindy, for being here with us today. Tell us one more time, for viewers just joining us, how they can get a hold of you, how they can get this wonderful blanket, the Shimmertail. How do they get a hold of you?
You can go to our website, shimmertail.com, or you can go to Amazon too to get one.
Great. Well, I look forward to sharing this information with my friends.
Okay.
And I heard you may have a little something for me.
Yeah, so we brought this for you. This is from our sister company, Shimmertail, and it's one of the swimmable mermaid tails.
So this is an adult mermaid tail. It's going to fit me. I'm going to relive my childhood dream. Thank you so much. And I have a gift for you too. This is my book, Soul Intuition, and it talks about some tools like we've talked about today that you can use to really tap into your intuition and lead that confident life and fulfill your potential. So I wanted to gift that to both of you.
Thank you so
And
much.
You'll have to fight over who reads it
I
because I only brought one copy.
We'll be sharing this with
Thank you.
everyone we know. Thank you.
What's your final message you want to leave with people today?
Well, come swim with us. And I love what you've taught about negative thoughts. I think that's going to change the world for so many people, because negative thoughts hit us all every day.
Well, thank
So
you.
thank you.
Well, I appreciate having you here, and I look forward to all of you meeting our next mother and daughter makeover.